Jamal Murray. I'm glad. That's a great point.
Whoa.
Because you think I'm Jamal Murray?
Jamal Murray.
Wait.
Why
Hold
that name
on,
You
time
wish
out.
you were Jamal Murray.
No. This will get us. This is a smooth transition. And let me finish up this last point. When shooters shoot, Ray Allen right now, put him in the corner. Put him on the corner. I guarantee he's lights out right now. Right now. Shooters shoot. That's all. That was my whole thing. He's not a shooter. Thank you guys for breaking that down for me. Jamal Murray, Twan, you just said 20,000. So Ashley and I got in this heated debate a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, yo, he's not a superstar. He's not like this guy. Who is he? Right? Like in a bubble, averaging 50 felt like.
I never said he was a superstar.
What was the debate?
You said he wasn't elite.
Yeah, okay. To me, I don't have him in as elite, right? Before this series. Look at because in the bubble, bro, like because you mentioned 20,000 screaming.
I don't have him elite in this series. After this series, he's not elite. I'm not starting my franchise. I'm not starting my franchise with Jamal Murray.
You wouldn't say he's top 10 at his position?
No,
That's not what's making.
no. I would not start
top
my
10 at his
franchise with
position?
Jamal Murray.
At his position, you wouldn't have him
I
top
gotta-
10?
I gotta interject now.
What position is he?
He's a point
He's
guard.
a combo. He's a combo guard. He's not a point guard.
Okay,
His center is elite. His center,
there's no
his
such thing as
center-
a true point guard
his
anymore.
center-
So
Well, it is some true point guards, but he's
Who?
not a point guard. What you mean? It's true
no,
point guards,
don't
man.
take Chris Paul. He's ancient. Give me like a real true point. John Morant's not a true point guard. Steph Curry's not a true point guard.
You talking about because of scoring?
Yeah, they're not true point. There's no such thing as a true point guard anymore.
Okay, it's probably half. We can go half. and
So
half.
you wouldn't put Jamal Murray top 10
as point guards in the NBA?
or combo guard, since there's no such thing as a true point guard anymore.
Oh, now combo guards. Now you got me. I gotta create my list, but he probably falls in the combo guard. But now you're saying the right thing. He is a combo guard. That's the perfect way I would, if I was critiquing him and had to give him a title, I wouldn't give him a point guard title. I would say a combo guard. Like Damian Lillard is not a traditional point guard.
No.
He's a combo guard.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Steph Curry's not a traditional point guard. He's a combo
Correct.
guard. Steph Curry's averages 5 or 6 assists in his career. He's not leading the league in assists and chasing after assists. He's a combo guard. That's what
agree.
the league has turned into mostly. So he's great in that sense.
So my
But
thing is
I
this.
just
My thing
What's
is this,
your
Twan, because the reason why I brought it up, right? In a pandemic, they go in the bubble, no fans. There's a lot of guys that stood up and balled like crazy, and he was one of those guys. Following the bubble, we didn't see the same Jamal, and then he came back and hurt himself, right? And then he's trying to find his way back. Finally got his legs back this year, whatever. So we got into this debate about him being elite or not. I say he's not, because you got to show me sustained success at a high level for a long time. And so like I just didn't have him there. Ashley did. Now going into this series, this is before this series. This is last series. Now seeing what he's done this series and last series, like I feel like it is a discussion, Twan. Like the dude has been playing lights out. So you just said that you don't have him in the elite level yet, at the elite level yet. But what does he have to do? I guess my question is, what does he have to do to get there for you?
When I think about elite, I think about when I'm in the locker room and coaches are talking about we're scheming to stop a certain player, and we're going to double team him, we're going to play him a certain way, we're going to do things a certain way, we're going to play him a certain way. I don't think with Jamal Murray, not saying this, I just don't think we're in the locker room trying to figure out how we're going to stop him. We're going to play it. We're not going to trap him. We're going to allow him to go one-on-one. He's not one of those guys you do that to. It's some elite guys in this league that you make sure you double team, you trap his pick and roll, you try to get the ball out of his hands. A lot of times, that's the Steph Currys, the Damian Lillards. Those are guys you describing. You're in the locker room describing, making sure you drawing up defensive strategies to stop them. Jamal Murray's not necessarily that guy to do that. You don't mind. I think if playing the Denver Nuggets, if Jamal Murray gets 30 and I hold Joker to 15, I'm happy. So it's just a different. It's totally different when you talk about that. I just don't throw that word elite around a lot. You can't just put that on every player. Every player is not elite. Sometimes it's the situation, the team that they have, the role they play with their team. But every player is not elite. And I think Jamal Murray's a great player. Yes, I think he's a great player. It's a great addition. He's been a terrific Robin, obviously to Joker. And obviously he's to come back off his ACL. We don't see guys come back off that type of injury and be at the level that he's playing at. I think he's done it quickly, and he is a borderline all-star. I'm not going to say he's an all-star yet. He's a borderline all-star. He's got potential to get there. And I think now once he, another year and that knee feeling a lot better, he can become an all-star in this league.
Corey,
I just feel like if you're top 10 in your position out of 400 players in the NBA, that's elite.
No,
like
top 10.
Jamal Murray is a top 10 if you want to call him point guard, combo guard. He's absolutely top 10.
But I know, but 10, that number for me is off, Ashley. 10 doesn't make you. It got to be like top 3, top 4.
But it's 10 out of 400 players.
No.
Do you know how many players there are in the NBA?
Yes.
Do the math on that.
I understand. Go ahead.
I'll say if we consider Jamal Murray a combo guard, then there's more players that we have to.
I consider him a point.
Pool.
To me,
so
he's. I mean,
is
a combo guard by definition because I believe there's not a true point guard, but he is a point guard by position. So if we're just going point guard, he's top 10 to me. I don't understand how you can watch what he's done.
He could be top 10, but that don't make you elite. I just don't like your numbers, how you doing the numbers thing. Like if he's top 3 at his position, that's elite. 10?
Okay.
No,
there's only how many teams are there in the NBA?
30.
30. So that's what we're looking at.
But we're not looking at it by teams. We're looking at it by players. There's 30 teams, but there's over 400 players.
I know, but you got to look at it as far as like, you got 30 NBA teams. So that means there's 30
That should be a poll question.
Okay, let me ask you.
What is it? Toss said I need to be a poll.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this then. If you talk about the top 10 players in the NBA, would you say those top 10 players are elite?
Top 10 players?
If you look across
top 10 players in the NBA are like Hall of Famers or like superstars.
So if the top 10 players in the NBA are elite, then how are the top 10 players for their position not elite?
No, that's just.
I can hear that. Or
I'm just trying to get clarity because if top 10 is enough. When you look at the landscape
top 10 out of everybody
and top 10 of every point guard in the NBA, how's that not elite?
Because top 10, you're looking at, you got a center, you got a point guard,
right, that's
you got a shooting guard.
That's 50 players essentially. So,
right.
Like I'd say 25 through 50 aren't considered elite, or maybe 20 through 50 wouldn't be considered elite.
See, I feel like when we have these conversations go elite, this is what I would love to do. I feel like somebody needs to come out and put the criteria together because we work off of different criterias. Your criteria around GOAT elite is different than mine. So you're going off of 400 and I'm going off of the 30 positions available. I'm looking at starters. That's what I'm looking at. So, I feel like when we have these conversations, we need to first establish the guidelines and the criteria of what we're talking about, and it'll make it easier.